welcome to Titan Professional Videos. I'm James DeVoli, the product manager. Today we are answering the question, how much glue do I use of the Titan Subfloor adhesive per sheet of Subfloor? Well, in my mind, the actual question we should be focusing on is how much Subfloor adhesive are we using on the joist, which is really narrowed down to what is the appropriate bead size that should be applied to this joist. When we're talking about Subfloor adhesive and what it's being used for, when it's being applied to that joist and then the subfloor being laid on top and fastened, it's really to help secure the bond between the joist and the subfloor to prevent floor squeaks. In order to make sure you get the full coverage of that joist, anywhere from about 2 to 3 inches depending on what joist you're using, you're going to want to use about a 1/2 inch bead of our Titan Subfloor adhesive. And I'll give you a little demonstration of what that might look like. So if you're out in the field and you have a joist that is a 2x6, 2x12, something like this, maybe it's an I-beam engineered, it might be kind of hard to say where exactly is a 1/2 inch. Well, a easy and really fun technique that we use here at Titan Professional is we use the width of the barrel of our applicator guns. The majority of our applicator guns are about a 1/2 inch in width. So if the bead that you're applying is the width of that barrel, then you're going to be at about a 1/2 inch. Now, why is a 1/2 inch appropriate and why is it needed to be used on the joist at a 1/2 inch? The 1/2 inch comes out as a foam, and as it starts to turn into the gel, it will slowly move out and spread out a little bit closer to about 1 inch. Now, when you apply the subfloor and you apply pressure, it flattens out even more and it'll spread out even more. So the more subfloor adhesive you put on, more than a 1/2 inch, you actually could have excess and it could be dripping over the sides of that I-beam or the joist at that point. And we don't want to use too much, we want to use the appropriate amount. So in this example, I'm going to be answering the question of how much glue do we use for a subfloor sheet and actually focusing that question on how much glue is appropriate on the joist, which is a 1/2 inch bead size. So I will go ahead and give a quick example. So I have the foam coming out, and using the control knob, I'll kind of hone in exactly how much foam can come out at a time when I squeeze that trigger. And I'm going to slowly pull it back until we have that 1/2 inch bead size. Like I said, the 1/2 inch bead size is the perfect bead size for our subfloor Titan adhesive. And the reason for that is, it comes out as a foam, it turns into the gel which then spreads out a little bit more. When you apply that subfloor sheet down on top of our Titan Subfloor adhesive, it will spread out just a little bit more, and as it cures over the next 48 hours, it's going to expand and touch the full width of that joist all the way to that subfloor, making sure the bond is nice and very secure, preventing the floor squeaks. So I hope this answers your questions. Thank you. Like our video, comment with more questions below. Thank you and have a great day.